What's going on, Dandy Crew? It's Dandy Drew here, and we're back for another chill sleep series. Now, we are in the second position. I'm looking forward to this board, and it's a very interesting one. Feels like there's a lot of good play on this board. Everyone's going to have a great position, but I think we're going to have the best time. Hope you've had an amazing week, been enjoying yourself, and getting stuff done. As an update, channel's been doing awesome. Had a great time. We had a really good stream over the weekend. You're going to be seeing those videos very soon on the channel. And I think you're going to be very surprised with some of these games. So what are we going to get here? I think a few interesting notes is the ore and the wheat. Typically, when I play on most boards, that's kind of the first thing that catches my eye because the ore and the wheat are used for both your cities and your development cards, which if you've played this game long enough, you know those are very important pieces to a Catan strategy. So I see the 659, super good. I mean, as the most dots you can get. You do have the 5810 as well, and then also 694. I think I'm pretty happy here. If I get the 659, great. If I don't, get the 694. Wherever you're at in the world, I want you to just set the right intention. Know that no matter what, life's going to be good. You got a good community here. You got great influences. So I just want you to know, I'm happy that you're here. And I'm also happy that I got the 659. So I think I'm going to stand by my word and take it. I think one issue for me here, and I probably should have been a little bit more conscious of this, is, well, we could get plowed. The 910 is a serious spot. And we see the 843. Wow. Well, I mean, if we get the 694, then we're really going to win the game. Probably quickly, too. Don't point right. Will we survive? The answer is no, we won't. But you know what? We're not going to fret. These things happen. Sometimes we get into awkward situations in a Catan game, and I think the best thing you can do is just say, oh, well. What are we going to take here? I think having the ability to, when tensions get high, wow. I mean, we can take the 6-3-11, but it feels extremely unnecessary. I mean, I did say if we get the 6-9-4, we're going to take it. So I think we will. I do find, like I was saying, when situations get tense, when your nerves start to get you or you find yourself in an awkward situation, probably better just to take a deep breath, realize, hey, it's not the end of the world, and keep going. At the end of the day, Catan's just a game. It's a family board game played by millions of people, and there's many more games. You know, that's the beautiful thing with playing online is that you can play a game anytime you want, with anybody you want. And honestly, even the best players lose. It's okay. It's all part of the process. Personally, I've found for me, a lot of the games where I've learned the most is actually from the games that I've lost. It's easy to get caught up in a win. It's easy to celebrate a win and let the win slip by. I think we've all been there sometimes where maybe sometimes our ego likes to celebrate and put us on a pedestal. But it's those moments where you kind of feel like you're in the dump a little bit, or you feel like, oh, where did I go wrong? And you start thinking and you start really kind of putting yourself in a situation of trying to figure the situation out. That's where you can extract insights. That's where you can learn. I think that's probably been one of my strongest suits. Sure, I get frustrated. So if you've seen enough of my videos, you know that that's certainly the case, but uh, you never stop learning. Yeah, blue. You had a thing and then you didn't. You know, maybe if blue, he might not know what he's doing. He might even trade me this wood. Also, this guy has an extra wood as well. Wow. Okay, so I think we're going to get, if my brain serves me correctly, we should be able to do maybe sheep for wood with black. He should be paying attention and saying, that's too good for me. But nope. um, there we go. Life's good. We're good. 910 is great. So we've pretty much got the most insane setup in Catan history. We have 695 and 694. Best ore, best wheat, best brick, best sheep. Yeah, we don't have the wood, but oh well. So what's our plan? I think our plan here is we're going to get the sheep port. We're going to drop a city. And then we're going to buy development cards. Typically, when you have the best ore, the best wheat and sheep, well, that's what you're going to do. Wow, brick for 2 ore, I would take that in a heartbeat. Very surprising trade. This is a great example of Black being patient. He's not in any rush here. Like, he's going to get his rolls, but he's just not allowing them to land. You know, maybe what we could do here, or for wood's an idea. Obviously, we're going to have to get the port at some point. I'm also thinking maybe even trading the wheat for the wood. This potentially could also be a trade with orange. Oh. Okay. The reason I'm doing this, exactly. We do have a 6 roll that does give us the sheep and also the 9. Ooh. Damn. Hopefully, Black is watching my Dandy Chills video right now and realizing that he's losing some space, but it's okay. Okay. I find how we deal with adversity in life says a lot about who we are as a person. You can take there and let it suffocate you, or we're gonna get a good trade here, folks. He's been showing a willingness to trade a ton of ore, so I said, why not? Okay, we'll ask for 2. We'll ask for 2. See if I can. No, not gonna happen, I guess. I think you can let adversity cripple you and define you, or you can make it part of a challenge in life and learn from it. Well. No good block here. I feel a little bit bad for Black, so I'm going to go hit blue. Give him the love. Okay, first part of the mission is done. We have the sheep port. I really want you to start thinking about what's your wins for the week, right? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to get done? What are your goals? I think it's always important to have an intentional mindset as you move through life. And now we're solo blocked, which is awesome. Really cool. Interesting block. I do agree I'm still strongest. So I guess I can't really complain about that. But to be fair, it probably the 5 is, well, he's on the 5 as well. No worries. We're going to take in stride. We have to just remember we have a great position. We have a lot of potential here. And we have some interesting plays potentially to get a city pretty quickly here. Yeah. So now if a 9 rolls, we're looking good. Okay. There it is. There it is. Now, you know what would be funny, folks? If the 7 rolls, technically this block saved us. That it didn't. We're seeing some big rolls right now, which is not what we want to see, but that's okay. We're going to fight through this. So let's drop a city. Now, the question at home is, where does the city go? I think given the fact that currently the 9 is blocked, I really like the 694. The 9 becomes a free card. This 9 becomes very strong. Now, the double ore is very interesting for us, though. The brick doesn't really help us, though. Same with the 4. So let's go with the 694. I think the wheat's a really interesting feature. And of course, 5 rolls, which is absolutely monster for black here. Okay. Now black has the port. I wonder if he ever hits the 5 wheat. He seems to care about blocking the sheep port. We'll see if he blocks the wheat port. Now my next goal is I'm going to focus on development cards. Nope, he blocks the wood. Okay. He's a mad lad, what can I say? 9s are huge rolls for us here. That's also a big roll. So let's see if we can trade one of these bricks. I know black had some wheat. Might take a wheat. Might think about it. Have a good time. I'm also willing to do 2 here. Devs are good. Life is good. Let's pop. Actually, you know what? You can also do brick for wood, if that exists. Brick for ore as well. Remember, folks, trading is one of the best tools you have. So don't sleep on it. All right, let's buy a development card. Knight, perfect. This is all part of the plan. We want to get army. We want some 9s. I mean, that's going to be the engine here. For sure. I think I'm kind of scared of these 5s. 5s are pretty strong here for black. So maybe we should probably think about blocking the 5 wheat at some point. Okay. Probably the 9. Very good block here for black. Really depends how he feels. He might be trying to race blue. Nope. Oof. These 5s will hurt. Ooh, big rolls. We're very lucky he doesn't have multiple ports. There we go. Look at these rolls. Beautiful rolls. Good time. So we do have in our hands currently 2 development cards, which we might take that. I'm almost of the mind that I might even aggressively knight the 5 wheat. I'm getting concerned that black is just getting a little bit too much here. Oh, they're doing... Ooh, interesting. Unfortunate for us, but let's go hit black. Definitely the strongest. He seems to be trying to go for a little bit of a road situation, which is very interesting here. Now, what I do like is if we can take an ore, which we didn't. Perfect. We have 2 knights. We're going to kill the 5 as much as we can. Flood their hands with the ore here. I'm super excited. We have a lot of lesson material also coming out for the channel, which I think that's something that a lot of people have requested. So you're going to get the gameplays, which we're going to continue to improve those, improve the experience, but the lessons are going to be very exciting. We've got tons of special guests lined up. Man, these 3s have been really tough. And the 8s. Oh. Maybe I've got to start. Oof. Risky move by black here. You know, maybe I've got to start hitting orange, don't I? Especially if I can get a wood here. Let's see if we can hit orange one more time. A little pressure. Wood is perfect. Oof, Monopoly's great too. We seem to have a knack to get the Monopoly when we play these games. But unfortunately, orange has the biggest hand in the game right now. That's a problem for sure. Poor black. Becoming a menace. Wow. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of wood. I think we'll take the wood if we can get it. Okay, so there's a very interesting idea here. If the wood stays, which is we could also go to the 3-1 here, but never mind. Never mind. Oof, this is looking really rough. These 3s and 8s have been really strong for the board. Don't like to see that, but it is what it is. I think if a 5 rolls or a 10 rolls, we could potentially consider. Yep, perfect. That's what we want to see. We want to see some road comp. Wow. We do have road settle here, don't we? You know, I think we take it. So let's see if we can get some cards. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to road settle. Support. I think there's enough wheat to justify taking it. And what we'll do is we'll buy a city. Because cities are good. That's 6 points. And at this point, now we want to focus on just getting development cards. Those are going to be our VPs. It's going to be the road builder. Perfect. Yep. And we have our second knight in our hand, which is great. And pretty happy if black wants to keep dropping roads. They do settle for 8. They do put another city for 8. So we've got to be a little careful with that. So we also might try to take the 9 too if we can. Hopefully he 7s here. 6 is great. Okay, we do have the plow on black, which we probably want to take that. Just don't give him any more points, any more opportunity. Yeah, we're going to do that for sure, because once he settles, we're kind of in trouble. Perfect. Okay. Obviously 2 development cards are good here, but we just want to limit black's potential. I think that's pretty important here. Now we have to worry about orange. We have lots to worry about here. Okay, hope the rolls come in. There they are. Honestly, we might just lose the game here, straight up, but black needs to extend. Oh, the brick port's tough to deal with, isn't it? I hope you've enjoyed this game. It's a little bit more of an interesting one for sure. I think we have a good shot. We can definitely get to 9 in the next 2 orbits, but the bigger question is, can we win? And it's looking pretty rough. It's looking pretty rough here. Oof. Wow. We need an 11 here. I'll keep one brick for black here. It just has to be orange. Yep. Now, worst case here, orange has a road builder. This is tense. This is very intense. Yes, perfect. So now we are going to, pray the 8 doesn't roll. Doesn't roll. All right, let's go hit orange here. Pop, pop. That's very close to. Okay. Now, folks, as far as I can tell, I think we win the game. Let's see. Keep our fingers crossed. Only got a knight. Okay, we just have to dodge an 8, folks. Dodge an 8. That easy. I really appreciate you showing up, having a good time, bringing your good vibes, bringing your energy. We played a very interesting game. This was tough. Definitely one of the more tough games we've played on this series. And we finished with an absolute monster of a hand, that's for sure. So let's go get a guaranteed city. Boom. We'll even pop a dev for the win. GG. Just like that. Why take army when you can pull VPs? Well, there you go. We'll go look at the dice stats. Always say GG. Nice game. And well played. Here's some of the stats here. Trading like a beast. Nothing new. Crazy dice. These threes really threw us for a loop. Damn. Kind of got close. It got a little bit scary, but ultimately we kept our head on straight. We had a plan. We had a program. We kept it right where we needed to, and we finished the game 0 cards, right on point. So I really appreciate you being here. I will see you next time. Y'all take care. Thank you so much. I'm out.